Alright, how's it going, football fans around the world? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my match reaction to Manchester City defeating Chelsea 1-0 at the Stamford Bridge. So let's get to it. I want to start off with Chelsea here because honestly, we got to give Chelsea credit. I know for most Chelsea fans, the only thing in your mind is how you guys have dropped now. I think you guys only have taken 6 points out of the last 8 Premier League games, right? I mean, you dropped points to Nottingham last week. You dropped points to Newcastle before the break. You drop points to Aston Villa, Arsenal, Brighton, Man United. It just has not been your guys' seasons. Now you guys are now adding on this Manchester City L. So I know for most Chelsea fans, that is probably all you guys are thinking here. But I'm going to try to bring some light to this situation because honestly, as an outsider, how I'm looking at it is for the future, you guys look pretty decent. You guys have a lot of young talent and your owner's bringing in even more. And if there's a few players out there that I've seen today for Chelsea that I thought were some ballers, and I'll mention them in a bit. I just want to talk about Chelsea throughout this match. So first half was your guys' best half. You guys did pick it up again towards the end of the second half, but your first half was definitely your best. The intensity was there. Game plan was there. But unfortunately for y'all, your game plan went absolutely out the window in the first 3-4 minutes of the game. Sterling dropped with an injury. And not too far down the line, 5-7 minutes later, Pulisic then dropped with an injury. So you guys had to make 2 subs right off the bat in the first 10-15 minutes in the game. I mean, for me, I honestly think Pulisic and Sterling could have done a lot, could have possibly done some damage this match, because like I said, your guy, that whole first half, the intensity was all there. You guys really brought the game to us. I think you guys created the better chances. You guys did well defending Haaland. You guys, everything was just going for y'all. I think the only thing you guys were lacking was quality. And I think Pulisic and Sterling could have brought that quality. But for the other players on the field, Cucurella, Ziyech, Aubameyang, even Havertz, they have to be better. They just have to be, because if they would have been better today, if the quality would have been there for y'all in that first half, you guys could have found yourself 1-0 up at least in this game by halftime. Because like I said, Manchester City, I don't know where they were, but they were just going through the motions. It was absolutely crap for Man City. They were non-existent. It was laziness. You guys were definitely outworking us. You guys definitely wanted it more in that first half. The quality was just lacking for you guys, and that's just been this Chelsea's downfall, because your guys' youth players that you guys brought on were absolute ballers. Lewis, I know he didn't come on till the second half, but I was impressed with him in the last match we played against y'all in the Carabao Cup. But there's one more player that stood out to me a lot this game, and man, and that player is Zakaria. What a baller that guy is, man. Every touch, every possession, every dribble that he had, he got through our midfield. There would be times where we would have 2, sometimes even 3 players on him, and he would still get through, whether it was with his dribbling and skills or it was just because of his pure strength. Guy's a baller, bro, and I haven't paid attention to him in any other matches. This is the only match I've really seen him in. But damn, did he perform well today. I was impressed by him. I don't know about you guys, Chelsea fans. I don't know what's your guys' thoughts on him, but I was very impressed today. And as an outsider, that is what I'm thinking about for this Chelsea side after this match is, yes, it has to be better, because you guys are still in 10th place, 13 points off of top 4. It needs to get better, but for the future, you guys are looking pretty good. And like I said, if I was a Chelsea fan and I was trying to take any positives from this match, that is what I'd be looking at, because this Man City side should have annihilated this Chelsea side, especially after the 2 subs came off, because you guys were already heading into this match with so many injuries. And the fact that 2 more starters dropped in the first 10 minutes of the game, there's no reason why City shouldn't have absolutely dominated y'all, but yet you guys held your guys' own. Your U22 team, basically, other than the defense and the goalkeeper, it was basically your U22. They were balling on us and they held their own. You guys gave us problems, and that's why I got to give Chelsea credit for. Now, I know in terms of results, it's absolutely crap. You guys are... It's getting really worrisome here, because you guys already filled with injuries. You just picked up 2 more. It's looking rough this season, but maybe for the future, you guys might be looking pretty damn solid. All right, now let's get off of Chelsea. Let's talk about Manchester City. Look, we got the 3 points. There are some positives coming out this game, but mainly for me, after this match, it is still only negative. This is yet another game for Manchester City where I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed. The only positives that I can take out of this game is, one, we got the 3 points, which is absolutely crucial. We needed to make up ground after Arsenal dropped points to Newcastle yesterday. So that's good, right? Points are points. When it comes to the end of the season, it doesn't matter about form. You just need to get the points. So that's good. And then the second thing, Pep finally made subs. Finally, right? We don't typically see subs like that towards like 75th minute, even heading into the 85th, right? Like, he makes subs very late. He lets the team continue to be shit until we need to. But he finally thought to himself, look, first half was absolutely disgraceful. That lineup he threw out there, I don't know what the hell that was. I was so excited to see Kyle Walker and Joe Cancelo starting, but then when I seen them next to each other, I was so disappointed, man. You have to, I think for the City this season, you have to stick to the basics. We have the complete team now, right? It's not like the last few seasons where we're playing without a striker and you had to come up with some type of game plan, some type of formation that was going to get at this opposition. No, we have the team now. We are a complete team now. So stick to the basics. There's no more of this weird formation BS. I'm tired of that. I don't want to see that no more. Because when we finally got back to the basics, we started to get better. Because that first half was crap. I don't even want to talk about it. It was so bad. I don't know what to talk about. It was just so bad. We were not intense. We were lazy. Passes were lazy. De Bruyne was irritating me. Phil Foden. Everybody was irritating me. But the ones that stuck out to me was De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Joe Cancelo. Our only outlet was Joe Cancelo. And unfortunately for him, he wasn't having his greatest day. But De Bruyne, he seems a bit at times too cocky, too confident that what he's going to do is going to work. Phil Foden looked rusty. His touches were off. God, that first half was terrible. How we didn't get Haaland through to goal more is a disgrace. But at the beginning of that second half, we started lively and we started to look like the typical Manchester City, the Manchester City we need to be seeing more. And yeah, that first 15-20 minutes of the second half was really, really good. We created a lot of opportunities. We ended up hitting the post. Jack Grealish, Mahrez came on, who ended up connecting for a goal. It was really good. But then again, towards the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the game, we dropped yet again. How we don't outpossess this Chelsea side at the end of the game to guarantee the 3 points is disgraceful. How we don't get Haaland through the goal more. I did Prize Picks today, a betting website, and I put down that Haaland would get more than 3.5 shots. So that means he has to get 4 shots off. He ended up only getting 3. How? In a game like this where Chelsea is there for the taking, how does he only get 3 shots off? And they weren't even really good opportunities. He had 1, 2 maybe good opportunities. The other one, I don't know what the hell that was. Like, how do we not get Haaland through to goal more? Then again, towards the end of the match, we were asking Chelsea to tie it up. They almost did on 2 occasions. It was very, very scary. And it's very annoying because I am tired of these lazy performances. I am tired of this possession that we create without any intent, without any venom to it. We have to be beating these teams more comfortably. We just have to beat. So we only beat Chelsea 1-0, which I just talked about. Everton, we ended up drawing against them. We ended up losing to Brentford before the break. Before that, we barely beat Fulham. Before that, we just beat Leicester. Before that, although it was a 3-1 win versus Brighton, if you watch that game was not as comfortable as the scoreline showed. The last time we had a comfortable win was versus Southampton back in October. Ever since then, these performances have not been up to standard. I don't care what anybody says. They have not been up to standard. Haaland has 21 goals in the league so far, and I know that is ridiculous. But you know what's even more ridiculous? He should honestly be at like 25 by now because we have been performing crap. If we perform up to standard and we show a bit more intensity and we just stick to the basics, Haaland would destroy the Premier League record. But if we continue to play like this, he might not even get to it. And that's not even the biggest thing, right? We will not catch Arsenal if we continue to play like this. We will not win the Champions League if we continue to play like this. We could come out of this season trophyless if we continue to play like this. So it has to pick up. Now, I hate being negative because we did win today, but I'm just sick of these matches, man. I know it's Chelsea and I know they're a good club, but with the circumstances that happened even before going to the match and especially after what happened during the first 10 minutes of the match, We should have torn this Chelsea side apart, and yet again, we were waiting till the last minute of the game, wondering if we were going to come out with the full 3 points today. So those are my thoughts on today's match. Those are my thoughts on Manchester City going forward. It has to be better. Now, I want to point out a few more positives. Rico Lewis, what a baller, man. He is honestly finding his way onto the starting 11. I don't know if I would be starting him week in and week out. I don't think Pep is going to do that, and I would honestly advise him not to. Although he hasn't seemed to mess up once, he is still a young player, but man, what a baller he is. De Bruyne, last few performances has been very, very poor. He really needs to start picking it up because Haaland needs him to. And as for Haaland, I know people are trying to discredit Haaland, saying that he's making us worse. He is not making us worse. He has saved us so many times already this season. He's going to continue to save us, but for him to perform to his best, our players need to pick it up, and we need to be more intense. But yeah, other than that, I'm done ranting on today's game. Please like this video. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know down in the comments down below what you guys thought on the match. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys soon.